took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I've never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Quarter. Hey, Echo.
Now Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, high 7. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, defense.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Easy.
Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. High throw, but he makes the catch. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here.
Hey, dash, go. Alert. Hey, foxtrot.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Hey, Charlie.
Go 58's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Hey, alert.
You ain't got nothing. 58.
Hey, seam six.
Don't let him breathe.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Go! 180!
Mike 34. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Check nine.
Go!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
6-6, pull it high.
Now Trubisky. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And this one is right down the middle. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's just me and you.
Alert!
Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
X3, 218, chop.
Watch twins.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Double bump.
It's just me and you.
Black and turn.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Kill.
King.
Switch gears.
Black, what's that?
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Bears push further out in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Bears 17. Steelers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount, here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let him know, let him know.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. 17-0 our score after 1. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Check 99. Check 99.
60.
Check 6 guys.
Go.
Wide, get wide.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
77. Hey, Haywood.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Squeeze, double.
44. Black.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them a touchdown their last go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Check it out.
On 2nd down, Elliott. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
All day, every
Topper!
On third down, it's Elliott. Touchdown, Chicago! Ezekiel Elliott, 76 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Parkey with the extra point. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. He runs.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Pass incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
58 is the mic. 58.
Hey, Orbit.
I got him. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. I got one.
22, 44.
58, right over there.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
61, matchbox lights.
Slam.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Get it.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Bears push further out in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You bet.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're starting through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Elliott, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Parkey with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
This one complete, right side to McDonald. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. picked off by Mike Hilton. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now it's Carson, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Greystone travel. Check 13. Whirl.
Here's Roethlisberger. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Protein spill.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, alert. Hey, check 24.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Man, I got you.
Quarter. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Wild Bill.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 18.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. Open man right side is Ingram. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Bullet high.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, Actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Returnable for Thomas. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sherman. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Jack 16.
Now Ben going to give it to Williams. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger with a give. It's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That's how you score.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We got 4. We got 4. 36.
Snickers, got spin. X3, 218, chopper, 50. Hey, Delta.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Hey, boys, you got 4 down. Double bump. Hey, Alpha.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Come on, guys. We got this.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yep. Touchdown, Chicago! Ezekiel Elliott with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st down, Trubisky. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
3 buzz. 18. Mike 34. Scoop.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Blue draw corkers.
Again, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He may try and run. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
First down and goal to go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Here's Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Like 80.
All right, D, let's all right, D. Check.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Escape situation. Let's go.
Roethlisberger will throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180. Scoop. Stay with your man. Red, go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So a little icing on the cake there before the... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And these Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season,